All right, guys, it's the CUBIST MTG here, back again for another First Pick Friday. We got a pack here of 15 cards. We're going to bust it open and see what our first pick would be, as though we were doing a mock draft, but the first pick is always the best because we have so many open options. All right, so here we go. First pick, Beast Within. This card's good, especially if you're going up against some crazy big stuff. You can kind of stop them down. It handles artifacts, it handles planeswalkers, it handles enchantments, it handles big creatures that can be targeted, so that's not terrible. Hellrider. This is probably about the top of the curve for red deck wins. It is very good, so if we're going red deck wins, we'll probably go with that. It's not terrible. Catastrophe, too expensive. It is flexible, and if you can cheat it out, that's always a good thing because you can destroy your opponent's lands very quickly and then just take the game over. But I wouldn't say I would go first pick on this card. Tremors, not terrible. It is good as a board clear and to maybe get ahead if you have some kind of infinite mana or just big mana. Not a first pick, but interesting to see in the pack. Duress, love this card. The disruption is very good. This is a good way to start a black reanimate or a black control, so that might be there. Infernal Titan, again, some people will run this in their red deck wins, or they might cheat it out because it gets the free damage and the attack with sneak attack. So if we saw a sneak attack in this pack, we would probably hope that this wheels. So I wouldn't say it's a super first pick. Snuff Out, not bad. It's a free destroy with 4 life, but sometimes 4 life can really mean the game, so I'd be careful with cards like this. But I wouldn't say that's the first pick either. Magus of the Moon, super good card, especially in this format, because a lot of my great lands that people are picking are non-basic, so this might be on our watch list. Thing in the Ice is very good. Very easy with all the awesome spells that we have in the cube, but I wouldn't say that this would be our first pick, but keep an eye on it. Terramung, not a great first pick if you're going into red, but nonetheless, keep an eye on him. Urborg, that's interesting. This helps with control and it helps with mana fixing. Again, this is why Magus of the Moon is good, is because there's a lot of lands like this that will suck people in and hopefully, help you curve out with having flexibility of lands, but I don't think we're going with that. Crater Hoof. This is a fantastic pick. Ooh, a little spoiler there. Great card. Very good with a lot of decks. With red deck win, or not red deck wins, but with sneak attack with green decks with a ramp. That might be a first pick. Ajani, not bad. If you have like a Black Lotus, you can get him on a turn 1 and kind of lock people down. So this is good for control, but I don't think it's good for this pack. Abrupt Decay, awesome card too, can't be countered, which is huge with all the big counters in the cube. But this is more of maybe a 3rd, 4th, 5th pick. And then Shallow Grave, which is awesome because it's an instant, and it will help with, doing Emrakul and getting him into play quickly. We didn't see any other pieces of that to this, so I don't think we'll be going with Shallow Grave, but I wish we could. So we're taking a look at Hellrider, Magus of the Moon, Behemoth, and Duress. This is kind of tough. I probably wouldn't go Magus. I probably wouldn't go Duress. It's between these two for me. And honestly, it's more of a preference. If you think that no one at your table is drafting red deck wins, I would go with Hellrider. Crater Hoof is so good with so many decks. That's where I'm at. But if you want to win games, pick Hellrider and then hope that Tattermung or Inferno wheels. But for me, first pick, Crater Hoof, Behemoth. We hope we pick up some mana dorks on the way. If you guys have any other differing opinions, please, by all means, comment down below. Please subscribe, and I will see you next week for our First Pick Friday once again. Thanks, guys.